Let us start with this topic, bar magnet. So this is the very simple magnet, bar magnet. Everybody has seen a bar magnet. So all of you know what is a bar magnet. So Einstein was also have a bar magnet. So he was gifted this bar magnet by a relative. So Einstein was fascinated. He was very attracted towards this bar magnet and played endlessly with it. So he was playing with it. He wondered how the magnet could affect the objects such as nails or pins placed away from it. So what he saw is that if nails are kept at some distance, but still magnet can attract them. So this is connected by a spring. So magnets can attract nails and pins, like these are connected by some kind of a spring. So he was very attracted towards magnet. So here we can see the pattern. Suppose if we put iron fillings on a sheet of paper or sheet of a glass and put a bar magnet just behind it, so we can see this kind of a pattern, the arrangement of iron fillings surrounding a bar magnet. So in the back side we have kept a bar magnet like this, we have kept a bar magnet. So this kind of pattern we can see, so here you can see these kind of circles type of structure, and the field lines are going like this. So this kind of structure you can see in this iron fillings. So we begin our study with examining iron fillings sprinkled on a sheet. So these are the iron fillings that are kept on a sheet. The pattern of iron filling suggests that magnet has two poles. So we can see there are two poles. This is one pole, this is another pole, because we can see there is a pattern. So similar to positive and negative charges of an electric dipole. So as similar kind of pattern we found for electric charges or electric dipole, positive and negative charges of electric dipole. As mentioned in the introductory section, one pole is designated as north, another pole is south. So one pole is north pole, another pole is south. When suspended freely, these point approximately in geographic north and south. So again you see north points towards north, south points toward south, because geographic north of earth is magnetically south and geographic south of earth is magnetically north. A similar pattern of iron filling is observed under a current carrying solenoid. So suppose if we put a current carrying solenoid, so similar kind of pattern of iron filling is observed. So in a way we can see that bar magnet, if we see this bar magnet, it is equivalent to a solenoid. Because same pattern is occurring for both of them. Now similar to electric field lines, we have magnetic field lines. The pattern of iron fillings permit us to plot magnetic field lines. So we have to plot magnetic field lines. So now we will see the magnetic field lines for bar magnet and current carrying solenoid. So we have already studied what is a solenoid. So we will see the magnetic field lines for these two entities, bar magnet and current carrying solenoid. Also for comparison we have electric field lines. For an electric dipole. So this is, we also have electric field lines and this magnetic field lines for bar magnet and solenoid. The magnetic field lines are a visual and intuitive realization of the magnetic field. Their properties are. So why do we plot these magnetic field lines? Just to understand it more clearly that how does magnetic field work. So these lines are something that helps us in understanding the magnetic field, that how does magnetic field work. So let us see these magnetic field lines. So here this first thing is a bar magnet. This is a bar magnet. This is a current carrying solenoid, and this one is an electric dipole. So remember, if you see, so here you can see the pattern of magnetic field. This is the axis, this one is the axis of the magnet. This is the south pole, this is the north pole of the magnet. So electric field lines are coming out of the north and going back into south. So this is the pattern. Similarly here, but it is quite opposite to the magnetic field of earth, that we know, because earth north and south are opposite. If you see this same thing, there is also an axis, and magnetic field lines are behaving in a similar way. Only one thing, if this diagrams comes in your exam, so what you have to remember, what is the direction of the current, what is the direction of the flow of current, that you have to remember. So current is entering from this direction and coming out of this direction. Based on the direction, magnetic field is pointing in this fashion. So you have to remember in which way current is going inside and which way current is coming outside. But one thing is very similar. If you see this solenoid, so here you can see lines, that means this is a solenoid. These lines represent that this is a solenoid. So if you compare a bar magnet and a solenoid, so magnetic field line pattern is very similar, or we can say it is exactly the same. So in this, both of these magnetic fields are shown B. For comparison, here an electrical dipole is shown. It is its positive charge, and this is the negative charge. As you know, electric field, here not magnetic field but electric field is shown, because for magnetic field charge must be moving. Here charges are not moving, only they are stationary. So you know that electric field lines originate from positive charge and ends at negative charge. So here we can say a magnetic field pattern for, electric field pattern for a dipole. This is only for comparison. And one more thing is that there are two regions marked. This region 1 here, this small region, this. Here also a small region 1, and here also a small region 1. And there is another region 2, 2 and 2. So here you can see there are more number of magnetic field lines and they are closer. Here less number of magnetic field lines at both the regions 2, and at region 1 magnetic field lines are near. So keep in mind, at region 1 lines are near, at region 2 lines are at a distance, somewhat far. So the magnetic field lines of a magnet or a solenoid form continuous closed loop. So this you can see, these are closed loop. These loops are closed loop. These are not non-closed loop. These are closed loop. So here in this figure we could not see, but these are closed loop. This is unlikely the electric dipole, where these field lines begin from a positive charge and end on the negative charge. So here we can see these start on a positive charge and ends at a negative charge. But here we see these are a closed loop. Okay, so on negative charge and escape to infinity. So here in this electric dipole, these can escape to infinity. Now the tangent to the field line at a given point represents the direction of the net magnetic field B at that point. So this you know that how to represent the magnetic field B at any point. Just mark it with the tangent. So what is the tangent? Suppose if this is going like this, so what is the tangent? Tangent is something like this. If this thing is going like this, so what would be the tangent? Tangent would be something like this. So these are tangents. So with the help of tangent, you can say that this is the net magnetic field at that point. Now third property, the larger number of field lines crossing per unit area. Again, area is in division. So if there are more number of lines in the same area, the stronger magnitude of magnetic field. So as we have seen in region 1, there were more magnetic field lines. That means magnetic field is stronger. In region 2, magnetic field is weaker because there were less number of lines. The magnetic field lines do not intersect. So these lines will not cross each other. For if they did, the direction of the magnetic field would not be unique at the point of intersection. So definitely there would be not a unique direction. So hence they will never intersect. One can plot magnetic field lines of a variety in a variety of ways. One way is to place a small magnetic compass. So this is a practical example. With the help of a magnetic compass needle, we can plot the magnetic field lines.